Welcome to the online tutorial regarding how to set up an account. Firstly, you need to log in on the Australian Money Market home page. If you've not already done so, you will notice there is a secure login on the top right-hand side. Go to the secure login section and enter your user ID. For this purpose, we'll enter John Planner and your password. Then click the Login button. The first page you see is the Accounts page. To add a new account, click on the Add New Account button. The Australian Money Market New Account application will open in a separate window. An initial checklist is provided outlining what you will need to complete the application form, depending on the type of account and the steps you need to take after completing the application form. Please note that before starting the application, you need to read the AMM Terms and Conditions by clicking on the link. Hit Next Page. Each new account is required to open a cash management account, so you will need to choose one on behalf of your client. For this example, we'll choose Bank of Queensland and download the PDS using the link provided. For the moment though, we will close this PDS, but keep in mind that it will need to be provided to your client. If your client already has a cash management account with the chosen provider, then click Yes and enter the account details. If not, click No and hit Next Page. You will need to be appointed to operate the account on behalf of the client. Choose the applicable advisor code that will appear in a drop-down box for you. In practice, this will automatically be provided from the login details. Choose the entity type from the drop-down list provided. In this case, we'll choose Superannuation Fund. Then hit Next Page. On this page, you will need to enter the Superannuation Fund details. If required, you can add an account designation, for example, Education Fund. However, for this purpose, we don't need to put anything. You will notice that upon selecting a company, new text fields pop up allowing you to enter the company name and ACN. So, enter the details. Okay, now we need to enter the number of directors and/or other account holders who act as signatories on the account. In this case, there are 2 directors, so let's enter their personal details. If the client is already an existing one with AMM, you can click on the Search Existing Client button. For this example, we'll enter Citizen. Click on the Search button and select Steve Citizen. This will take you back to the Personal Details section where Steve Citizen's details have now been pre-filled. Please note that all pre-filled fields are not able to be edited. However, in this case, the position information will need to be completed. All fields marked with an asterisk are mandatory. If you hover over the orange box, explanations are provided for each information field if needed. For Signatory 2, for the purpose of this example, we will assume the client is new to AMM, so let's enter their details. For the ID fields, you can click to view the table which shows the ID required for each entity type, and then select from the drop-down menu. Hit Next Page. As required by AML legislation, you will need to provide the source of funds, the nature of business for both corporates and trusts, occupation for each signatory already entered on the previous page, and beneficial ownership for both corporates and trusts, including classes of beneficiaries. For this example, we'll assume the beneficial ownership of the account and the company is shared equally among the applicants already specified. Select Yes from the drop-down for both. If the beneficial ownership is not shared equally, select No from the first drop-down. You will need to select New Applicant and Add Beneficiary and complete the details. And the same again for the Company Beneficial Owners section before hitting Next Page. Enter the client's residential address or select from the drop-down list. For the postal address and the contact details, you have the option of using your own contact details on behalf of your clients. If you would like to use your own contact details, then click the Use Advisor Details from the drop-down list. Please note that as the advisor, you will receive an email confirming the deal. The chosen institution then sends out a separate bank confirmation to AMM in due course. After checking the confirmation for accuracy and scanning it to our website, it is emailed out to you, the advisor, and your client as well, where their email address has been provided. If you would like the postal address or contact details to be the same as the client's residential address, click on the Use Above from the drop-down list. Please note that the residential address will always be the client's details. You can make any necessary changes here. For contact details, you have the option of using the client's details or your details by clicking on the drop-down menu. Once all the fields have been entered, note that those marked with an asterisk are mandatory. Click Next Page. The last piece of information we may require, if needed, are external linked bank accounts. However, this is not required in order to open an account. If your client would like to link any external bank accounts to their nominated cash management account for online funds transfers, enter the details here. Please note that the bank account details provided must be in the same name as the client's cash management account. You will be able to view the linked account details from the Current Investments page once the new account has been created. Firstly, select the number of linked accounts. Fill in the bank account details. If you have a Bank of Queensland CMA and wish to allow Australian Money Market to enable direct debits from your client's linked account on your instruction, as well as send funds back to your client's external linked bank account, click the Allow Direct Debits and Credits button. But if you wish to allow Australian Money Market to send funds back to your external linked bank account only, click the Allow Direct Credits Only button. Please note that direct debits are only available for Bank of Queensland and Westpac Hub accounts. Now enter the optional initial investment amount, and we'll put $300,000. These funds will be direct debited from the linked bank account into your client's nominated cash management account upon receipt of the original signed application form. After your direct debit has cleared, the funds will be available to invest. The funds will earn interest in the cash management accounts during the clearing period. Hit Next Page. And that's it. The application form can now be downloaded by clicking on the application form link. Print the application form. As the advisor, you will need to sign the form on page 5 in the Advisor Authority Declaration section. Your clients will need to sign the appropriate sections on pages 6 and 7. Once you have printed the application form, you can close the window. The form fields will be automatically pre-populated with any relevant information that has already been provided as part of the application process. It is important to note that you will also need to provide certified ID for your client. For a full explanation of what identification is required, click on the ID Requirements link. You will note that we require you to send the original signed application form and certified copies of ID documents to us at the address on the page. Finally, hit Create Account. Then click on the Account tab to refresh the page, and the account will be created within the website. The account number will remain blank until the original signed application form is received. Upon its receipt, a cash management account will be set up with your chosen provider in the client name and the details will be emailed directly to you. If you have any further questions regarding new accounts or account setup, please do not hesitate to contact us on 1300 306 281.